Chapter 22. Part 1. Abel's spirit heard crying out for Jesus, Yahuah. Leaving there, we proceeded on to a different area, where it was revealed to me that, to the west, an additional mountain, this one of solid rock. Within it there, I saw 4 empty sections as far down, as wide, and undisturbed they were. Oh, how undisturbed these empty sections were, in depth and its gloom to look upon. Moreover, Raphael, one who is holy, spoke to me, saying, here within these empty sections was created specifically for this plan, to house all spirits. For the souls of deceased will gather here. Indeed, the souls who are the sons of men will bide here. Enoch 22:1-3. For this reason, the gospel was preached also to the dead, that they might be judged according to men in the flesh, but live according to Yah in spirit. 1 Peter 4:6. Part 2. Abraham's bosom. See, this place was created to take them until their preordained time, when the great judgment has come upon them. Enoch 22:4. For there was a certain rich man who was clothed in purple and fine linen, and he also fared magnificently every day. However, there was a certain homeless man named Lazarus, covered in sores, who rested at the gate of the rich man, desiring to be fed with the crumbs that had fallen from the man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. So it was that the homeless man died and was carried by the sons of heaven to Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried, and being tortured in Hades, for he lifted his eyes and saw Abraham afar off with Lazarus in his bosom. Then, crying out, he said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, by allowing Lazarus to come to me, dipping his finger in water to cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this fire. Regardless of the request, Abraham responded by saying, Son, remember that in your lifetime you received your good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things, but now he is comforted, and you tormented. Considering this between us and you, there is a great divide fixed, so those who desire to pass from this point to you are unable, nor can those with you come to us. Luke 16:19-26. Then, seeing the spirit of a man I did, and he who was dead, sent his voice high up into the heavens pleading. So I turned to Raphael, one who is holy, and sought out whose spirit this was crying out pleading to Yah. He responded, saying, For the spirit that came from the body of Abel this is, who was stoned by his brother Cain. It is he who pleads in opposition towards him until his descendants are completely eliminated from the children of men. Enoch 22:5-7. For the Lord Yah spoke unto Cain, saying, What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Genesis 4:10. So I began seeking with concern regarding this empty hole, and why the sections divided from one another. Enoch 22:8. Part 3. Divisions of the dead, righteous, victims slain, and sinners. He revealed to me, saying, The 3 sections here were created to house the spirits of the dead, and to keep them separated. Each section made specific to the spirit group. For the spirits who walked in righteousness were in the section that holds the bright spring of water. Enoch 22:9. Hearing a voice in the heavens I did, say, Right, blessed are the dead who die in the Lord from now on. Yes, says the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works follow them. Revelation 14:13. For such a place has been created for sinners when they die, and are put in the ground, waiting for judgment that is yet to come to them. Enoch 22:10. See, be not envious of those who do evil, nor be jealous of those who work lawlessness. Oh, how like grass they will be dried up quickly, and like green vegetables they shall swiftly wither. Therefore, trust in the Lord, and be good. Dwell in the land, and you will be nurtured by its riches. Delight yourself also in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust also in him, and he will bring it to pass. Yahuah will bring forth your righteousness as the light, and your justice as the noonday. Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Do not fret because of him who prospers in his way, or of him who transgresses the law. Cease from wrath, and forsake anger. Do not be envious so as to do evil, because evildoers will be destroyed. But those who wait on the Lord, these shall inherit the earth. Psalm 37, 1-9. See, it is this place where these spirits will be isolated away and enduring immense agony until the great day of judgment. Behold, for retribution and torture shall come upon them who are cursed forever, and justice for their spirits. Indeed, here they will be bound forever. Enoch 22:11. For it is with time the sea waters disappear, and a river stops flowing and dries up. So too, when men fall asleep in death, shall neither awaken nor rise up from the earth until the heavens fade away. O Lord, that you would hide me in the grave, that so to conceal me until your wrath is past, and that you would appoint me a set time, in which you would remember me. Job 14:11-13. Arise, O Lord, confront him, cast him down. Deliver my life from the wicked with your sword. O Lord, destroy them from Adamah, the men of the world who have their portion in this life, filling their bellies with your hidden treasures. For they are satisfied with their sons leaving them their possessions. As for me, in righteousness I shall behold your face. I shall be satisfied when your glory is revealed. Psalm 17:13-15. For many of those who sleep in the dust of the earth shall awaken, some to everlasting life, and some to disgrace and everlasting shame. Daniel 12:2. Do not marvel at this, for the hour is coming in which all who are in graves will hear his voice and come forth, those who have done good to the resurrection of life, and those who have done evil to the resurrection of condemnation. John 5:28-29. Recognize that I have hope in Yahuah, which they themselves also accept, that there will be a resurrection of the dead, both the just and the unjust. This being so, I myself always strive to have a conscience without offense toward God and men. Acts 24:15-16. There was an area that was designed for the spirits of men who beg, revealing the way they were killed in the days of the sinners. Enoch 22:12. When the Lord Yahuah opened the fifth seal, there I saw under the altar the souls of those who had been slain for the word of Yah, and for the testimony which they held. Crying with a loud voice they did, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, until you judge and avenge our blood on those who dwell on the earth? Revelation 6:9-10. After the other two sections, a third section was created to hold the spirits of men not of righteousness, but of wickedness, filled with sin, and those who are also filled with wickedness will be their fellows. They will not be put to death, nor see a day of judgment, for where they are is where they'll be. Enoch 22:13. Therefore, the ungodly shall not rise from the dust in judgment, nor will sinners be in the counsel of the righteous. For the Lord Yahuah knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. Psalm 1, 5-6. Recognize that the rest of the dead will not live again until the end of our Lord's 1,000-year reign. This will be the first resurrection. Revelation 20:5. Can the papyrus bloom without water, or can the reeds flourish without moisture? While it is still in the root and not yet harvested, does not any vegetation wither before it receives moisture? So shall be the end of who forget the Lord, for the hope of all the ungodly shall perish. For his house shall be without inhabitants, and his tent shall turn out to be a spider's web. Job 8:11-14. After all this, I then blessed the Lord of glory, saying, Blessed be my Lord, the Lord of righteousness, who rules forever. Enoch 22:14.